The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. It's an Amazon.com best business book of 2011, the New York Times bestseller. When making a product, don't wait to launch until you have a perfect product. Make an MVP, a minimal viable product, to test ideas and fine-tune the product without all the bells and whistles of the perfected product, so that you can test your ideas on early adopters. These are people who enjoy trying new ideas and will provide valuable feedback for your final product. You want to find out if people will use your product and see the value of it before you try to put it on the market. This book is about how today's entrepreneurs use continuous innovation to create radically successful products. Toyota taught us the value of a system in which each segment of a process adds value to the whole, and none of the parts cause waste. The Lean Startup is about efficiency in the process of getting a product to market without wasting time on developing products and investing time and resources on ideas that ultimately aren't viable and wanted by the public. According to Eric Ries, the biggest obstacle to overcome is time. Since there's no way to create more time, the question becomes how to save as much of it as possible in producing a product that is desired by the public. You must not assume that you know what the market wants. There's a standard process that startups should follow: build, measure, learn. This is called the feedback loop. Build something cheap and fast, put it on the market to a few select people, and measure their feedback. What do they like and not like? Learn about what you need to change to make your product better. Repeat this cycle over and over until you have a wealth of data leading you to make the best product possible. The faster you go through this cycle, the sooner you will have a product that the market will want. No matter how exciting and fresh you think your product is, you still need to do the dull work of quantifying progress to affirm your assumptions. Step number 2, define. What makes a startup different from other businesses isn't that business is related to technology necessarily, it's that the new service or product is framed by extreme uncertainty. That is, there is no known business model and no known market for the product. Step 3, learn. A startup must measure progress, but knowing the right way to measure progress is critical. Step 4, experiment. People using an actual product are able to offer more valuable feedback than people being asked questions about a hypothetical product. Part number 2, steer. After going through the building, measuring, learning feedback loop as quickly as possible, what is the next step? Next step is to leap. Number 5. To attract investors, a startup must be able to offer not only value, a product that customers want, but also the prospect of a continued growth, a product that will continue to add value going forward. It's not enough to do traditional market research. The entrepreneur must literally talk to customers in order to develop solutions for the problem the startup aims to solve. We've got to measure the right metrics. Measuring progress this way is critical for startups. Whether a startup will succeed or fail is exceedingly difficult to predict, and this is made more difficult because so many of them rely on vanity metrics, numbers created specifically to make it look as if the company is doing well, yet it is just happy talk. Eventually, a decision must be made to pivot or persevere. If your product is making progress, then keep going and persevere. If your idea is not panning out, then you might need to pivot toward a product nobody envisioned before. Part number 3, accelerate. Once a startup has decided to persevere, then move forward with the product, it is time to accelerate. There are more ways for a startup to fail than to succeed, so they have to innovate. The goal of a startup is to figure out the right thing to build, the thing customers want and will pay for as quickly as possible. In other words, the Lean Startup is a new way of looking at the development of innovative new products that emphasizes fast iteration and customer insight. A huge vision and great ambition all at the same time. The only way to win is to learn faster than anyone else. So subscribe below to get the book summaries as I produce them, but also hit the bell so that you'll be notified and you won't miss one that comes out. So you can order the book from Amazon through the link below. Bye for now.